Swalcliffe Park Interviews, Take 1.
At Swalcliffe, we've developed a quality of life approach which is centred around hearing the voice of students and families. It came about through looking at lots of research both in this country and abroad, and it's trying to find a way to capture those issues that are of importance to our young people and our families so that we know how to help them best.
The Quality of Life framework has been in place at Swalcliffe Park School for almost 10 years now. Before a student starts, they receive a Quality of Life questionnaire which they complete. Their family also complete a Quality of Life questionnaire, and that identifies the areas of strength and some areas of difficulty that we can work on with the student as soon as they arrive.
As a parent, I feel listened to as well, and things have been taken on board.
Research shows us that actually working with families is critical in getting the best outcomes for young people. And families are also invited into school to make sure that they're understanding what's going on in school, and we engage them through our Independence Plus curriculum and our end-of-term quality of life surveys.
The open days are a great opportunity to meet with other parents in a similar situation.
We make a lot of effort in making sure that every family feels they have a trusting relationship with the school through the key worker. Key workers are in contact with families on a weekly basis in a way that suits families best. We know how busy family life can be.
Every student here gets a key worker. They set targets based on what you're struggling with, what you need a little bit of help on.
Having a key worker is amazing. We have one-to-one communication on a first name basis.
It allows you to voice your opinions via someone.
One person who you can go to about anything.
Without my key worker, it wouldn't have been the same experience here.
The students work on their identified quality of life targets each week during their timetabled key working session on a Friday afternoon.
Having that dedicated time slot is really useful to be able to talk about things that have been going on and offload about your week.
We basically just go in the house and just chat to them about how our week's been.
Sometimes if there's something that I don't feel comfortable about at home or at school, I just tell my key worker.
And do you feel comfortable going to your key workers about any concerns you've got at all whilst you're at school?
Absolutely.
There's no one else who I'd rather go to.
Our quality of life approach is evidence-based, and so what it allows us to do is to hear from the students directly about how they feel they're making progress on their quality of life journey. So if they identify an issue as being something they'd either like to get better at, something that's going to help them to achieve their aspirations, or something that they're struggling with, at the end of each term, we do this quality of life survey, which helps them to give us feedback, as well as what we collect through weekly key working, to make a judgment about whether or not we need to do further work on that, or whether or not actually we've gone as far as we need to do with that particular issue.
And because of this key working system, my quality of life has significantly improved.
If I can clone my key worker and have her home in the holidays and after he leaves the school, then I'd be eternally grateful. They do sort of become an extension of your family, and so I never feel like I'm out of touch.
Our quality of life approach is actually a whole school ethos and culture. It affects every policy we write, how we think, how we behave, and the strategic development of the organisation. But at its core, it's about listening to students and families and using that information to think about how we can best provide help in four main areas: communication, self-management, independence, and achievement. And we do this through the school day, we do it through the waking day curriculum after school, and we help families engage with this process at home, in evenings, weekends, and during the holidays. Over the years, we've been invited to give presentations at national and international conferences based on our quality of life research here at Swalcliffe. And as a result of that, there's been a lot of interest in schools thinking, actually, we could potentially work in a similar sort of way. The quality of life framework is very adaptable, so it can fit any type of school, any size of school, college, children's home, or other organisations. And so we set up the network to be a collaborative group of partnership schools, colleges, organisations, all of whom want to share best practice and think about how they can all help to improve outcomes in terms of quality of life for their young people and their families.